Well, hello there again. Now, have you guys and girls seen the very first video of today? If not, smash that bell. And of course, you will get notification from YouTube. And don't worry, I will discuss my social media accounts when this video is completely over. Now, once again, for my introduction, I want you guys and girls to sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab something to eat, or grab something to drink, or maybe, just maybe, you want to chill like a villain and hear my thoughts, my opinions on the subject. And of course, the link will be down below, or the article will be down below. This one, it will be strictly a link. You can read it or watch the video footage down below. It is your choice. Okay, now everyone knows that Netflix and WWE will have a brand new documentary that comes out this Tuesday called WWE Unreal. You know, behind the curtain, and there's a lot of heat of this, you know, trailer got released not too long ago, and my hot take on it, I think it would be very, very interesting to release that kind of stuff. But on the other hand, maybe WWE is going way too far behind the curtain. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, what's your thoughts? Are you guys gonna watch it on Tuesday, the WWE Unreal, exclusively to Netflix, or are you just gonna skip it? It looks very interesting from the trailer, but some things we don't need to see behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? You know, you hear all these reports online. You don't know what to believe or do believe. You know. You know, I think, I don't know if anyone agrees with me, that kayfabe in the wrestling world is dead. It's been like that for many, many years, ever since the internet made more of a splash. You know, it's not like when I was growing up back in the 80s and 90s, when the wrestler returns or make a debut, you got big shocking value, or when you know what I'm saying? So now these days you don't get a big shocking value. So today's wrestlers will never experience that because some idiot always like to ruin it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. We have to deal with it, or don't watch it anymore, you know? Or just stay off of social media. And that's very hard these days. Okay. During a recent edition of his My World podcast, the WWE Hall of Famer Jeff Jarrett discussed the upcoming Netflix series, WWE Unreal, which will be behind the curtain, you know, all that other stuff. So check it out if you want to read it or watch the video, you know? Now, I have no issues with this. You know, there's no documentary or series, but some things we don't need to know, you know, as a fan. You know, we don't need to know what's going on behind the scenes, behind the curtain, however you want to say it. There's some things I want to learn behind the curtain, but not all of it, you know. That's too much. Now, a lot of people say after this thing will get released, kayfabe will be dead completely. It had been dead for a long time, way before this was get released. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Like I said, because the internet is ruining things, or the flipping internet for wrestling. You know, you don't know what's real, you don't know what's not real. You know what I'm saying? They ruin it. The internet ruins wrestling. That's all I'm saying, bar none. Now, when I was growing up, again, back in the early 90s, there was no such thing of the internet. You know, you have more surprises. If a wrestler debuts, you get bigger shocking value. If a wrestler come back from injury, big shocking value, you know? Now these days, it's all over the flipping internet. You know how people say, oh, this person's injured, aka they're not, because they've taken some time off, filming a movie, or whatever. But sometimes, on the other hand, they are really legit, you know? Like, for example, the whole Seth Rollins thing. You know, he's injured, or is he injured? We don't know yet, you know? We'll find out. I think he's really injured, but not really major injury. But I'm still looking forward to this Unreal. If the first episode is very good, I might tune in. But if it's all dog crap, then I don't want to waste my time on this stuff, you know? But I know everybody have their different opinions on this, you know? I don't know if Jeff Jarrett actually going to watch it. I'm assuming he will, because he's very interesting. I mean, I know he has a different opinion on it, but I guarantee he's going to watch it like everyone else is, you know? until then when it comes out, then they're gonna have a different opinion on it. Then they're not gonna say, WWE, why did you air that? You know, why? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, you know. I guarantee there's a lot of footage from back in the 90s behind the curtain that has not been released yet. So maybe that will happen one day, or maybe not. That's the stuff I like to see. Old school stuff, not the current stuff. The current stuff, I don't give a darn about, to be honestly, you know, because today's wrestling for WWE, it's all on the internet in a way, you know, behind the scenes mostly. So if there's a way that WWE could produce old school footage from the 80s and 90s behind the scenes, I'm down with that. I'm definitely down with that. Today's modern era stuff, I don't give a crap about it, you know, behind the scenes, you know. I just don't give a darn. If you have stuff from the 80s, 90s, and even like the Russian aggression era, if this is going to be part of it, I'm okay with it. Even the Attitude era, I'll be down with it. If there's some clips, I'll be down with it. But I'm assuming there is in that the W Vault. But we'll see how this is all going to pan out. This might be a one and done kind of thing, and hopefully there's not going to be a lot of backlash on it. But I think it will be a lot of backlash because where's the kayfabe for WWE? I'm just talking about WWE, not about other wrestling promotions. But I think WWE, after this is going to be out, is going to completely kill kayfabe. I think kayfabe for WWE has been dead for many, many years. You know, they just are trying to keep hiding it, you know. It's been dead for a long time, ever since the internet was a thing. Anyway, follow me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. All my social media accounts will be down below for sure. Now, if you want to be a part of my show, that'd be delightful. If not, don't worry about it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll be back sometime tomorrow. Peace out. Thanks for watching.